Hello, this is the capture of tonight. I'm doing some live stacking on sharpcap. This is the NGC2207 Galaxy. I'm using my Celestron Cassegrain telescope to capture. Galaxies take a long time to get details out. It's almost 1 hour live stack and you can barely resolve the galaxies they are here in the middle. I'm trying to check the collimation and focus so I don't mess up. I'll check it again, because believe it or not, the focus changes with temperature, so what you think is focused well along the night will get unfocused. And as I can see, it's a bit ever so slightly unfocused here, so I need to check the focus again. It's only a tiny bit, but a tiny bit affects a lot. I'm checking for good focus. Basically, the stars have to be pinpoint, which I'm having a heck of a time finding where they are pinpoint. Sometimes it's like this. It's only a couple, like millimeters, literally. This is the best focus, I think. I will check again. Like tiny, tiny, tiny movements I'm making. I think this. Yes, okay, it's focused there. It's focused right. Oops, sorry. I touched the telescope. I have to readjust it a bit again because I bumped the telescope. This always happens. Stuff just goes wrong. Nothing ever goes well in this hobby. Okay, now I can go to live stacking again. I'm using 10 seconds because tonight is a bit windy. And I'm zoomed in a lot, so when you are zoomed in a lot you can't expose for a lot because stars will start trailing. Yes, I think it's focused about right because these numbers mean the size of the stars, so they're pretty much uniform all the way around. So like now if it is 8, I know that I'm focused because the stars are bigger, but they are right. These galaxies are very cool. I've been wanting to image them a lot, but never got around to actually imaging them. And that's a super night today, very clear. But unfortunately I cannot stay a lot because I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. So I have limited amount of time that I can stay imaging. I have a huge gradient from this side today. I don't know why. That's what it's like imaging in the city, I guess. These are two colliding galaxies. We are capturing light millions of years old from our homes. It's crazy if you think about it. This target is relatively close to the star Sirius. My telescope is pointing about the same area. And I'm using the SV-Bony SV705C camera, which will give me a very small field of view. But a smaller field of view is better for galaxies. It works better. I don't know how many times I dropped my mouse in the night. Breaking my mouse every time. I'm gonna check if this gradient will go away with processing, because I don't wanna keep imaging while getting crappy results basically. I will try to do a quick process on a stack and see how it comes out. Uh, I need to know how the result is gonna be. We do a quick one on serial to see if I can get out the gradient, because it's pretty severe, the gradient I'm getting. There are lights coming from that direction, so I guess that's what's causing it. Okay, not bad. It goes away, but still pretty pretty great, like polluted, but I can't do much about it, to be honest. The fix for this is go to dark skies, which I don't have a lot in my country, and I don't have the time as well to be traveling, and my laptop doesn't hold much charge, so it's another problem. As you can see, this is the result at the moment. In 1 hour, it's not bad, not bad. This result. I'm using the f6.3 reducer. Hello, Attila. Good evening. This reducer is good, but it's causing a bit of aberrations, I guess. It's because I added another lens in the optical part, and it's not high quality glass, so but I'm fine with it. It's not to be honest, I don't it's not a killer for me. But you something you wanna watch out for, you may be interested to buy a reducer for your Cassegrain telescope. You have never seen it live. You have never seen me live or the live stacking. I don't do much lives anymore because uh, what happened here? Because I don't have much time, to be honest. I have to reconnect the mount. Sometimes this happens for unknown reasons. Hello. Okay, I reconnected the mount again and I have to connect the guiding. Since I'm using, not guiding, sorry, the dithering, since I'm not using guiding here, I have to choose sharpcap as an option to manual dithering without guiding. It will, every few frames, it will move the image around. And this is important because if you don't do this, you will get walking noise, which is horrible. You wouldn't be able to get it out. The walking noise. Walking noise is basically like noise going in one direction. It doesn't move. I had this happen before and pretty much put your data to waste. You have to throw it away because you can't really remove walking noise unless you did there. The proper way to do it is using guiding, but for some reason I have problems when using guiding. I don't know. Maybe I'm not calibrating it well. I have pulse guiding errors saying. I don't know why. I don't have an option. I think you can adjust it in your screen. I don't know. No, for 8OP is the maximum, but I don't think I have an option in my OBS studio to broadcast it. Settings maybe. I have no idea how to do it. There's no way to do it. But it's noisy. It's noisy because I don't have much exposure. I think to change the resolution I have to stop the live. I will do it next time because I don't want to stop the live now as I started. I think you have to adjust the resolution before you start. The image is very noisy at the moment. It's normal until you get like 4 hours or 8 hours with galaxies. The image will be very noisy. And it's not a cold camera as well. If it was a cold camera it would be better, but it's not a cold one, and it's not a particularly cool night here, like 15 degrees I think, something like that at the moment, Celsius. So it's not it's not cooling the camera all that much. What I find with the reducer is you have to have perfect collimation. If the collimation is not perfect, you will have a hard time reaching focus. It's the case without the reducer, but with the reducer more, since you have another glass in the optical part. But all in all, it's not a bad reducer. It was like 60 bucks, so I'm not complaining. There are more expensive ones, but I don't feel the need to spend a lot on a simple reducer. Yes, I understand you. Next time I'll try to make it to change the resolution, but just to stop the live, yes, it's a bit. I'll do it next time. Thank you for bringing that up, though. because I just googled it and it says that I need to adjust some video settings. I need to put the resolution to 1920, it says. For next time, sure, I'll do it. As much as I like a good edited photo, these raw images make them feel more real for some reason. Like I don't know what it is. Even seeing Jupiter live view instead of a stacked view makes me feel better for myself. It's not that processing is cheating, but like watching it real as it comes out of the camera is a much cooler view, in my opinion. And I need to have the patience to do some time. 'Cause I really don't have the patience to do a lot of exposure, but I need to have, because you get the best results the more patient you are in this hobby. Oh really? That's bad. It's been cloudy for like the last month, or like that year. But there has been like occasional days in between that will be clear. But I didn't have much time to go out because of work. But I can't complain really. The weather here is compared to other countries is good. Imaging this without a reducer would take a hell of a long time. I'm glad I got the reducer. Was at f10 would need like 30 hours exposure, I think, to get some good details out. but for a 5-inch, it's good resolution. In the future, my dream is to get a larger aperture telescope, either a Dobsonian, a go-to Dobsonian, or a fat Newtonian. But I need a bigger equatorial mount if I will get a Newtonian. We're talking a lot of money. But really, aperture is king. Like they say, you can't beat aperture. If you want good details, you have to have aperture. That green stripe in the top, you see, is the telescope dithering to reduce walking noise. As you can see, there is no walking noise in the image. If I would not do that, there will be very many streaks going across the screen. It's horrible, trust me. If you don't do this, you regret it. Because those streaks, you can't remove them with processing. I used to not deter before, and I would regret it every time. Basically. And it doesn't help the fact that this galaxy is very low in the sky. So I'm getting a ton of light pollution here. This is the wide field view. This galaxy is very low. Really doesn't help. I think those dots next to the small galaxy are farther galaxies. These lots of dots, I think they are galaxies. They don't look like stars to me. So I guess these are like hundreds of millions of light years away. These small galaxies. The coolest shot I have taken so far is the Coma galaxy cluster that you can see from my latest short. It's incredible, like hundreds of galaxies in one image. I have never shot anything like that before. I'm going to recheck the focus quick, so I see if I'm still in focus. To check focus, I reduce the exposure and increase the gain, and looks like yes, I'm still in focus. No problem. Okay. and I will resume the imaging. Yes, it looks good. It has been suggested to me by some people that I shoot this galaxy. I saw the Hubble image of it, and it looks great, and I wanted to image it since when I saw it. I'm using a Celestron C5 Cassegrain and SV705C camera. A Celestron and SV combination. But I'm not using any filters. That's why you see massive gradients in the image. That white light at the left is light pollution. I have yet to buy a light pollution filter. I don't know which one I need to buy. There are a CLS filter, but many people told me that for galaxies it's better if you use no filters. Because even with a light pollution filter, okay, you reduce the pollution, but you will also reduce the signal, like the details of the galaxy. So it's a bit of double-edged knife sword. You win one thing, but you lose another. And to be honest, with background extraction, you can remove the light pollution. So that's why I don't use filters. But as Vivoni lately released a light pollution filter, the SV260, I think, but it's very expensive for a light pollution filter. It's like 150 bucks or something like that. Yes, each exposure that comes in always is increasing the details. Like if you leave the live stack going for 4 hours and come back, you will be amazed at the how much less noise and how much details you have. No, at the moment, no filters. I only have a UHC filter for light pollution, but that one is only good for nebulas. It's not good for galaxies. And it messes up your colors as well, because I used it before. Today I used the flat frames, because last time I didn't do them, and I had lots of dust spots in the image. Sometimes I'm lazy, I don't do flat frames, but I regret it every time. Flat frames are very important. Darks, on the other hand, are not needed, I find. I used to do them before, but in my opinion, they're not needed. It's a waste of time, darks. It's better to do hot pixel removal and get the hot pixels out that way. I didn't see much improvement with darks, so I stopped using them. I stopped using them a long time ago now. But flats, yes, flats are important. I basically have like 10 freaking spotlights shooting light in the sky at the moment, like uh, like 2 kilometers away from me. Bias frames, I never use them. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they are important, but I never use them. And I don't think sharpcap has an option for bias frames. No, just flat and subtract dark. And some people do dark flat frames as well. Oh, I think you can do bias here. I'm not sure. Some people use dark flat frames and they say it's important. I use them sometimes. On sharpcap you can do dark flat frames, but I don't know. I don't see difference. But I don't know if I'm doing them wrong or something like that. The only real difference I see is from flats. Flats make the reduce the vignetting, which you get with a large sensor camera. With a smaller one sensor camera like the one I'm using, it's not that much of an issue because you don't get much vignetting, but you remove the dust spots either way. Yes, yes, sincerely it is bias frames, but I never use them. I don't know what to tell you. I guess they do something. So uh, they are there for something, you know. So they're not there for nothing, but maybe a very very minor difference. It's not a huge difference, maybe. But darks, it's not just my word. This one, even Koif the Lazy Geek said something about darks are not needed, and even myself, I find that it's not needed anymore, to be honest, because I only use this one. Let me show you. I only use sharpcap has this one, hot pixel removal only, and you bump up this one, so if there is any hot pixel, sharpcap removes it, and I find that is all is needed, because really darks are there to reduce the hot pixels. They reduce a bit of noise maybe, but anyway, with a ASI 585, I'm told that darks are not needed as well. And basically, my camera is like an ASI 585, it's the same sensor, but cheaper. ZWO cameras are double the price many times. And try to adjust some. These you have to adjust them every so often. See you next time. Have a good night. You can see this. They are colliding with each other. They are connected. This one looks like the Whirlpool Galaxy. If you look at it, it's a spiral one. Like spiral arms coming out, and these are connected with each other, and there's a bit of dust tail here. If you can like the live, I would appreciate it, so more people will get on. The mount is disconnecting tonight for some reason. No problem, Jody. My pleasure to share. Occasionally I save the live stack, so if the PC crashes, I'm not stuck. Because I had instances like that where the PC would crash and you would lose everything. I got into a habit that every so often I save the live stack and then delete the past live stacks and only keep the last one. going to recheck the focus again. Slightly out of focus. This is annoying. The temperature focus changes. And you have to readjust it. The only fix for this is an electronic focuser. This is not an easy galaxy to shoot. It's very low in the sky. It's maybe like 25 degrees or something like that above the horizon, which makes it extremely difficult. The best galaxies to image and the Ursa Major constellation for me, because they are super high in the sky, like the Whirlpool Galaxy, the Pinwheel Galaxy, the Sunflower Galaxy. This one was a hard one. But on the other hand, it's not good to image the same targets all the time. It's good to change for a different target. I have a friend of mine. He always images targets that are not common, and I always tell him you inspire me, because like most astrophotographers image known targets like the Horsehead Nebula, the Orion, but I don't like to image the same targets all the time, because it makes it not annoying, but it's good to explore new things. Like the universe is so big, there are lots of objects to image, so to be honest, you can't really run out of targets to image, because there are so many targets in the sky. The only limit in this hobby is time. You need a lot of time, and sometimes it's hard to find some time with everyday life. Orion is going down very early at the moment. Like it's only 10 o'clock here, and she's already 3/4 across the sky. We are 1 hour and 30 minutes in. I'm just gonna see quickly on Cyril how it is. I like to do this to see how it's looking occasionally. This computer is very slow. Even to open Cyril it takes a long time. I will just do an auto stretch to see how it's looking. Okay, not bad. I used flats and there's still some blotching around. When using the reducer, it's difficult to get a flat field for some reason with the SCT. So it's looking at the moment. Not bad for a 5-incher. I read about it on some forums that you get a lot of like vignetting that it's very hard to get out with the reducer. I don't know why. For some reason, it's like that when using the f6.3 reducer. And as you can see, it says it's a corrector, but on the edges, the stars are elongated. And it's normal because to eliminate this, you need a very expensive reducer from I forgot the name of the company, but there is a company doing a reducer for the Schmidt grain, and it's like $400 for just the reducer to get a totally flat field. And for me, it's not worth it. It's it's only worth it for the very serious astrophotographers. I never wanted perfect astrophotography from the beginning. Well, I only wanted like my standards are lower than other people's. I only wanted to image deep sky, but I never wanted it to be perfect. Many people want perfection, but that's not me. It's not who I am. and I bought some fluffy shoes to wear when outside. Because before, like the crazy mind I am, I used to go to come outside the roof because I'm at the roof of the house at the moment. I used to come outside without shoes on, like barefoot, and it's crazy when you come out barefoot in the cold. But I'm crazy sometimes. Hello, my vision. Thank you. Welcome to the live. And now my feet are cozy, not like before. I used to, and it's bad for the feet to go around barefoot in the cold. It's for like when you grow up, it's not good for your feet. As long as you're young, okay, but when you get older, you will start feeling everything, as they say. Yes, I think these are galaxies. These very small dots here. You see these lines? They're not stars, they're galaxies. And there are a lot, I guess, a lot more galaxies. You see a lot of stars, but it's crazy when you start doing long exposures. You will start seeing many galaxies that normally you think they are stars. But I seen some people like last time. There is a group overall photons. They released a galaxy cluster, the Hubble cluster, I believe. It's like freaking 400 hours exposure, and you can see thousands of galaxies in one image. You won't see those galaxies with limited exposure, but when you start going crazy with exposure, you start seeing a lot more. Thank you, Vincent. It's incredible when you think about it. We are watching millions of light years away from our home. When you think about it, this technology that there is today, if ancient astronomers would see it, they would be blown away. Like, how can you see these very far away objects from home? It's crazy, and with a relatively small telescope as well. For a 5 inch is not a big telescope. It's like a basic telescope that basically everyone can afford. Because many people, when they see an image of a galaxy, they say like, "Wow, like you have a telescope worth more than my house." Like, no, I don't have. Many people are under the impression that you need a very large telescope to see galaxies. I see it all the time, like comments on my channel even. But obviously, to see beautiful high resolution images of galaxies, obviously you need more aperture. But to capture galaxies, a 5-inch or above is good. But for higher resolution, yes, you need a bigger aperture. During the weekend, I stayed all night imaging. Like I stayed awake all night. Uh, I don't leave my telescope outside unattended if I can help it, because I'm afraid that a freaking cloud is gonna cause some clouds are gonna pass by and rain. So what I usually do is like leave the telescope, go to sleep for 4 to 5 minutes or something like that, wake up and check on the telescope and go down again. Check that there's no clouds and no rain. But I'm afraid to leave the telescope outside all night. Because once I did it, and I woke up like 4 in the morning, and the sky was like almost ready to rain. I caught it like in the perfect time. Because if it rains, it will ruin your equipment. It's not worth it for me. Better check on it and stay a bit awake. On the weekend, it's okay for me because in the weekend I don't work, so it's not that big of a problem. But if you like sleep, yes, it's a problem. I like sleep, but to, to make a bit of a sacrifice in the weekend, it's not a problem. So unfortunately I have to go. That's it for tonight. Because I have to go to sleep to work tomorrow. I will see you in the next video, and stay tuned for my shorts and videos as usual. And I hope to see you in the next live, whenever it will be. Have a good night or good afternoon, depending where you are. And thank you for joining.